Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here, and today we're looking at DC Comics, or Vertigo Comics, I should say, Absolute Vertigo. This is like an anthology that they put together. It's all original, I want to say, but it's like to preview upcoming books that they had coming out from 1995, winter of 95. I don't think Vertigo is around anymore, which is weird to me because DC is doing like these horror comics with that are actually pretty good and fun. I've been enjoying some of them. But anyway, I love Vertigo. I mean, it spawned so many great things like, Sandman and Preacher, and just like so many DC Vertigo books were good. Hellblazer, Constantine, whatever. And I don't know why they let it go by the wayside, because I mean, it's such a... Maybe it just wasn't doing well, or maybe it changed too much. It became more like Image Comics in a way, which it always was like Image Comics, and the fact that it was mature readers, which is not necessarily an Image Comics thing, but, you know, it was creator owned, you retain the rights to your properties, blah, 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 whatever. But, you know, Vertigo definitely did slant more towards mature readers. And I would say that this was definitely DC's version of Marvel's Epic Comics, which was their creator-owned imprint and more mature titles and sort of like, I don't know, higher end, like more painted art. And the way that came about is because they wanted to publish something that was like Metal Hurlant, which is like the European version of heavy metal. Just for a little background here, guys, in case you didn't know. And then, actually, prior to Vertigo, there was Piranha Press, which is pretty much Vertigo as far as mature content and creator-owned. It seemed a little more off the beaten path. I can't think off the top of my head right now some examples of books from there, but it didn't last for that long. And it didn't succeed for whatever reason, and Vertigo was much more successful. So in this, there's an all-new Invisible story by Grant Morrison and Duncan Fegredo. I mean, obviously Grant Morrison's synonymous with, Vertigo. Flex Mentallo was Vertigo when it came out. Doom Patrol eventually became Vertigo under Grant Morrison. And what else? There's a bunch of people in here, so let's just look through it. Okay, this is going to be hard to read. Meet the Quills. They're just your average suburban family who happen to consume human flesh. Blah, blah, blah. Peter Milligan. The Eaters by Peter Milligan. And then we have... Let's just go through it. And then we have some Tim Truman, Jonah Hex here. I wish they had the credits on each of the pages, but they don't. And then we have some Preacher by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. We all know Preacher, right? I loved Preacher when it first came out. It's weird, I don't know, it's like I always try to stay committed to certain books or whatever, but for whatever reason I fell off of Preacher, and oh well. Ghost Dancing. This is so much. See, Vertigo is pretty bizarre, right? Artist Jam here. Phil Winslade. Yeah, see. Richard Case. I love Richard Case's work. I first discovered him. That might have been some of his earliest work, too, on Doom Patrol. Duncan Fegredo. I want to say he's from, like, Shade the Changing Man. Here's some fun Hellblazer. Hellblazer was always so good. I loved when Brian Azzarello wrote Hellblazer. That was good. Goddess, illustrated by Phil Winslade. That's, like, I love his art. Highly detailed. Really, really nice, beautiful art. Vertigo definitely had a lot of killer art in it, I think. I mean, check out this detail. And the grotesquerie. Oh, it's mature readers. What do you know? The Invisibles. Isn't that Grant Morris's, like, big conspiracy theory, like, analysis? I'm sure I'd probably love this book. I should definitely backtrack and read it. Why not? That's the greatest thing. I mean, in comics right now, everything old is new again, and, like, I feel like there was a period in music, and it's probably like that now, where old music outsells new music because it's so much better. I think a lot of that applies to nostalgia too, because, you know, it's like you carry on or you pass on your musical taste to your kids or your, I don't know, younger generations or whatever. So Absolute Vertigo Jam from 1995. Just a little blast from the past, a little taste of Vertigo there, if you will. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you some more later. Alright, thanks guys.